Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm Christina Keller here with Kevin Burke, well, everybody's favorite caveman. And
Yeah,
I use
exactly.
that term.
No, that's fine.
And if there's some confusion with some people, defending the caveman, actually, as you were saying, is kind of like a franchise. It's all over the world.
Yeah,
the
it's,
concept and
yeah,
the structure. And
yeah, it's not franchised. It's all owned by one company,
right.
one production company. But they produce the show all over the world. We're in 30 different countries, 15 or 16 different languages. We'll be in at least 5 cities in Germany this weekend.
Wow! And you have an anniversary here, don't you, this week?
Yeah,
or
this
something?
is in June is going to be our 10th anniversary in Las Vegas.
You physically, as the star of.
Yeah, we are the longest running Broadway show in the history of Las Vegas.
Amazing. Congratulations.
We're
And
the little show that could.
Well, I'm the little TV show that's trying.
Perfect.
Good. But seriously, it's so wonderful to know. And you're kind of, you have your own interpretation,
Sure.
which I'm sure.
Sure. Each actor who does Caveman brings their own unique perspective and their own spin to it, absolutely.
Right. And your wife is, you've got to tell us a little bit about her, because I was wondering, what would you do if you retired? Are you one of those men that would drive your wife crazy? Or because you work, 7 days a week?
7 days
show?
a week, yep, 7 days a week. We never close. Every night, 8:40 p.m. at the D on Fremont Street. Get your tickets at thed.com.
Yes, it should be at the bottom of your screen. Now, your son is even, you made a comment during an interview, because I do my homework,
Sure, that's fine.
that he can almost do the show verbatim.
Well, when he's on breaks from school, he comes into the D, and we trained him to run Spotlight. He wanted to get involved, so we trained him to run Spotlight. He's an excellent spot operator. And he's seen the show enough times that he can recite almost the entire show verbatim.
I wonder if it's sinking in, though. You know how kids are, so when he gets in a relationship that...
Well, he's 12, so I doubt it.
But well, he's got a long way to go.
Yes, he does.
And your wife, now, if you were to retire, do you guys have a game plan, or just,
for what I would do after we retire? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I would probably still keep doing comedy. I was a stand-up comic for 10 years
and a
before.
clown even. I mean,
yeah,
that's
possibly.
amazing.
I would love to go back on a circus. That was one of the most fun times of my life. But I would keep working because I love to perform. So I would keep working in some capacity. I've done a lot of cruise ships, so
Those
I might
are
go
fun.
back to doing cruise ships.
Yep.
Who knows? Who knows what I would do?
I did a year as an author for cruises in 1 year. It's really a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah,
what book
get
did
to-
you write? I'm sorry that
no,
I don't
we'll
know.
talk
but-
about me later.
No,
This is
no,
all
I
about
want to
you.
know.
Oh, I
No,
have
because
several.
because I want to. That
I'll
would be
give you.
great.
I will get you some copies. I will gift them.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I had ordered That's So Vegas coffee cups, and they didn't get delivered in time today. I wanted to give you and Terry. I guess I'm going to have you back on the show.
I'll just sit here until they show up.
But you'd have to sit by yourself.
Oh.
Because no, I wouldn't leave you alone. Let me ask you something else about the show. Have you ever had a guest just totally throw you off your stride, or someone that just didn't respond to?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we had a guy stand up about a couple of things happened. We had a guy stand up about 5 minutes into the show, dropped his pants, dropped his underwear, and stood there naked from the waist down.
Wow, what was he saying?
He wasn't saying anything. He was just dancing around going, woo!
It's so crazy. How did you handle that?
I just stopped, and I stepped back, and I waited till security came and got him.
Oh, dear. I wonder how the people in the audience felt. I mean, it's just kind of...
I don't know.
Well, it is Las Vegas.
Yeah,
what happens here stays
yeah.
in the audience sometimes.
Yeah, he was so...
Drunk?
Yeah, probably.
Inebriated or
Yeah, I
something.
think that's probably...
He must have been trying to make some... He felt very like a caveman, but he interpreted it wrong, don't you think?
Yeah, I
More
think
like the guy hitting the woman over the head and dragging her by the hair than the
Yeah, he decided
gatherer.
to jump in and join the show in a way that was just very strange.
Have you ever had a woman go off on you because she really totally wasn't going to buy it? That man just...
Yes, it happens a lot. Women,
It does?
I will hear women go, no, and then I have our sound and lighting director. Well, and this is, I should say this. Caveman is really 3 people. It's myself on stage, Troy Geigus and Kyle Parsick. They do sounds and lights.
Got to have them.
Yeah, well, and they contribute artistically to the show as well because Troy has a sound effects bank of like 8,000 sound effects, and if something odd bubbles up from the audience, he'll throw in something that's perfect. But I'll have women go, no! And I'll have Troy bring up the lights, and I'll find out who it is.
Oh.
No. And I'll just say, okay, let me explain. And then by the time they get to the end of whatever topic it was I was talking about, they're sitting there going, oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
and then they're doing
it.
this to their husband. See?
A lot of people come out of your show, though, saying that it made them believe in relationships again, which I think that is special. And monogamy really isn't the end thing these days, nor has it been for quite a while now.
I don't know that people come to Las Vegas to be monogamous, but the ones that do come, we're the show for them.
Ah, there you go. So what would be the show for those not being monogamous? We can't do that.
Pretty much all of it? I don't know.
Yeah. Just look down the strip.
Yeah, right.
Look at any of the billboards. Follow a taxi cab. You never know where it's going to lead you.
No, but we do have people coming up to us after the show and saying, I fell in love with my spouse all over again.
Because there was a veil lifted and there was some
understanding.
So, Kevin, seriously, the difference then between men and women isn't that big, is it? I mean, if once you figure out what drives the...
Yes. And once you know that, okay, for example, like I'm looking at a monitor that you have right here. I don't think you can see it on camera, but I'm looking right at it. If I'm locked in and focused on TV, I'm watching TV, and I have no idea what else is going on around me because of my hunter instinct. I'm locked in, I'm focused. My wife will come and start talking to me, but I can't hear a word she says, right? And she thinks I'm ignoring her, but I'm not. I'm just locked in and focused. And then, she'll say, you can hear me talking to you? And that's when I have to come out of the TV and go, what? What the hell do you want?
Why are you mad at me?
Yeah, so she's mad, and then I get mad because I'm pulled out of the TV, and then we don't understand why this happens. She thinks I'm ignoring her. I'm not. I'm just locked in and focused. I'm dancing with the stars right there. So once you understand why those things happen.
Yeah, that you're not ignoring her.
No,
you're just well, and after all these years, though, and I'm sure she's seen the show many, many times, you two have probably worked all that out where she can tell. Yeah, I've read someplace or something, the theory, too, that what men hate is when they can't fix something, they want to fix things. So when a woman's going, Sally said that my shoes weren't the right color, you're like going, I don't give a damn. Don't whine to me about that.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not quite true. But here's not the I don't give a damn part. But here's what happens. Here's what happens with men. Okay, with men, with hunters, you get together, you make a plan, you go out in the woods. There's no more talking. You're locked in on your goal. There's no talking. Look at sports, baseball.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bunch of guys hanging out far from each other, right? And there's no talking, right? So when talking with hunters comes in when you're either making a plan or solving a problem.
Right.
So men feel compelled to want to jump in and solve that problem.
Right, and if they can't, like an emotional, her shoes didn't match the outfit, you guys are probably going, I don't care, tell me if you broke something, and then I can fix it, and then
and see, this is part of Caveman, is that women need, see, if a woman just sits with a guy watching TV, right, he feels like they've just incredibly bonded. No talking, just watching, right? But with women, conversation. Women bond through conversation.
Right.
So what the men find out who come to see Caveman is that you don't need to solve the problem. You just need to listen. And if you just listen and empathize, she may not even ask you for a solution. She may just want to do an emotional dump, and she just wants you to be there to listen to it. And if you listen to it, it will pay dividends.
That's pretty enlightening. I think I just learned something. And we're at the end of the hour, believe it or not, on this wild
Where's my mug?
It's in the mail.
I want my mug. I want my books.
You're going to get it. It's probably on my doorstep right now. Wouldn't you know? It's
all right. Well, let's go find out.
The minute I left, shall we?
Right.
Yeah, I want one too. I haven't even seen them yet. What a great hour this has been. And you and Terry, you great minds out there hitting it off.
Yeah, we're brain thinkers.
Yes, you are. And his wife and I are just little common women. No, she's not, and I'm not. But we're just little women, and you're great, big, strong men, and we love you for that.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Everybody loves your show.
By the way, where can you get tickets for that? Oh, yeah.
The Downtown.
THED.com. THED.com.
Downtown Fremont Street. Hottest spot On that note, I've got to sign off. Tune in next week. We have another, believe it or not, headliner coming on the show.
Wow, who you got?
The Men List. Jerry
McCambridge,
yes.
my buddy Jerry.
His father, too, Scotty's.
Really?
Yeah, that's between us.
Oh,
I got to
that'd
go.
be cool.
I can't thank you enough.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you soon. You'll get your cup.
Okay.
See you later.